That I'm full?
No, yeah.
Yes.
It will be later, but
yes.
It won't be the taco's fault. It's
I'm
not the taco's fault.
I'm
now.
concerned that this seltzer water is going to overfill me. I won't be able to eat enough tacos to make it worth my while.
How many? What are you gonna? Are you gonna get the Cowboy tacos?
I might get those. Yeah.
I think that's my go-to thing that I get there now. Mm-hmm.
What, are they made of horse meat?
No, they've got every meat possible. I don't know, and I don't know why they don't call them the gaucho. I don't know.
The meats taco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bing Rames comes out and yells at you about it.
Yes.
Yeah. We've got the meats.
All right.
I just want tacos.
I bet you Bing Rames would be cool to go get tacos with or whatever.
I bet he would too.
Is he's not? Oh no, it's Danny Trejo. Is the?
No, he's already got his own taco place. He also has his own coffee now.
Oh yeah.
Uh huh.
What's it called?
Danny Trejo's coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Well, we're just about ready here, I think. So, man, a lot of people are hanging out with us in the live stream. But you know what else, Chris?
What?
We are being filmed in front of a live studio audience tonight. We have. That's
We
right.
are. Yeah.
We have Brock and Billy and John and Matt and Dave and Graham, and somewhere is Chris and Brian Duncan's here, and you and I are here. And so, wouldn't that make this our time?
It really would.
There's nothing wrong, certainly, with a little feast on our time, but we don't have any.
We're going
food
to go feast after this.
Who was that?
We're going to glue in a neck, and then we're going to go eat tacos.
Was it Taylor Negron who played the Mr. Pizza guy who delivered the
Yes.
pizza to? Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Don't know why I know that, but I do.
Yep. That's what he's most famous for.
No, he's most famous for. I like to piss off Iranians by going into carpet stores and say that with a Slurpee and a Twisted Sister T-shirt and corduroy pants and flip-flops and say, I want carpet, but I don't know the square footage. Don't you remember that guy? Anyway, hey everybody, this is Matt. We're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching our Thursday live stream, which is going to be action-packed tonight because we have a stellar topic. But with me, as always, to my right, your left, is to my left, your right is Chris Fesker. And Chris, how in the world are you today?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm having a good week.
To my left, not right.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know where I am to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In front of them.
Yeah. So what's been going down?
Well, so it's class week.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've been busy with class stuff.
That's right.
This is build a classic Fender.
Yep.
Which
so far some people are doing.
Well, everybody's got something Fender-y.
Fender-ish.
Yeah.
Fender-like.
Yeah, which usually kind of means a bolt-on kind of a thing, although we are gluing on one.
We are gluing one in. Yeah, so we've got a Jazzmaster like with a glued in neck.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a Telecaster with a 24 fret neck.
Uh-huh.
And I had no idea, but did you know? I'm going to ask you something you already know.
Fret. Yeah.
What did I say? 20.
You did. I just missed. I was like,
okay.
I thought I knew all everybody's guitar, and now I'm like 24. No, the Jazzmaster has a short scale.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. It has a 24
scale,
and 3/4 scale.
3/4.
So let me. Spoiler alert for those of you who are going to be watching the reveal tomorrow. I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to say it again tomorrow. So if you want to wait until tomorrow to know about this, just go like this and go la 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 la. I am not listening to Matt. Did you know, Chris, that if you took a Telecaster body and put a Strat heel in it and then put the Strat trim where it normally goes, that you can take a Strat pick guard control layout and put it right in there, and a Strat pick guard will fit and it work perfectly well?
I was 3 days younger than I am today when I learned that.
I had no idea.
I didn't either.
But
I figured it would not.
I'm like that's never gonna work. And then John drew it out. You'd already drawn it out, right? So you knew. And
fits pretty darn well.
Yeah.
And is actually cool looking.
Not bad at all. I think it's really neat.
And the funny thing is, you'd think that it would work the other way.
Mm-hmm.
That, a Strat, if you put all the telly stuff on it,
Yeah.
and it sort of does, but not like
But the
this.
pick guard doesn't go.
No, the
Yeah.
pick guard doesn't go.
Yeah.
And but this does, and it's sort of back. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
For as different as those two bodies are, they're very similar in a couple of places that you need it.
I like learning stuff about that because somebody at Fender knew that already. If you went back in time 70 years, somebody already knew that.
Yeah.
And we're just now relearning it again.
So telly was first, P bass was second, Strat was third. I bet you if you start looking at all the similarities in that, even though the P bass is bigger, so a lot of those dimensions are probably very, very, overall.
You might be surprised at just how much not bigger the P bass body is than the Strat.
Right.
Because you could, and we have cut a neck pocket for a Strat on a P bass, and it's like actually pretty neat.
Yeah,
so.
But I'll bet you the telly kind of shape. They drew that out, and then they went,
whoop, yep,
and went from there.
So don't believe me if you want, but you'll see it tomorrow. And if
we're gonna prove you wrong.
Yeah. Here's another fun thing. We learned something fun in all these workshops, and some of the things that we learn are that Joe Caswell just sort of shows up sometimes. Hi, Joe. How are you?
Bearded Joe Caswell.
That's right.
Is his new nickname.
So sometimes you in these workshops, we use all the Steve from Maximum Guitar Works off-body alignment pin templates that his mad scientist brain has come up with. Here's another thing that I did not know. Did you know that if you took Steve's Stratocaster rear control cavity cover route and put it on a Telecaster and then flip it upside down and put it on a Telecaster, it basically makes an almost perfect hollow cavity area for a thin line.
For a thin line.
I'm like, well, this might work. Worked great. So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So we have all sorts of projects. We have some straight up Strats. We have a straight up telly.
Yep.
We have some. We have the Strat telly.
Yep.
We have a telly with some more modern contouring. Got everything.
We have one more workshop this year, and I'm glad that the year is winding down. I'm kind of burned out, and I need to have some like catch up time because we've got so many guitars that we have to catch up on all the other stuff that we still have to do. And of course we're sending Phil McKnight his level 2. I think that's going to be that's going to kind of max us out. I bet you. Well, for this year, we're kind of like, we're going to get as much stuff done as we can. But I think that once people see how neat that is, that we're going to be making a lot of level 1s and level 2s.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
There's a chair over there, Joe, if you want one.
So, so Chris, what's the topic for today?
Do chicks still dig guitar players?
I asked everybody, hey, what should we talk about in the live stream tonight? And they all said the same thing. Broads. Yeah. So I'm like, well, okay. Let's see. So the guitar is kind of, I hate to say it, but it's an old man's instrument now. And and I know because I'm an old man.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. Like, I mean, tell me something I don't know, gang. Like, what young guys are playing guitar? Not you, Billy. So he basically has proven me wrong just by his mere presence
being here. Yeah.
I mean, are young people interested in guitar playing, and are they interested for the same reason I was back in the early part of my life, where I'm like, hey, if I start playing guitar, I can get girls. So yeah, what's it all about?
I don't know. I started playing guitar because I liked guitar.
Okay.
It wasn't until later, and really never did learn you know, oh, if I play guitar, it never occurred to me. I'm just that dumb.
I think though that you have experienced, if I'm a musician, I can get girls, because I've heard the story of you playing the piano.
Yeah, the piano in middle
yeah,
school.
middle school
in
piano.
in the high school gymnasium with all the girls around.
In the cafe,
And it still
cafeteria
didn't sink
medium.
in. Still didn't sink in that, oh, if I play music, yeah. I was actually a little embarrassed
What
at
do you
that.
mean?
Well, just because that had never happened before, and it was foreign to me.
Sure.
But I didn't start going to the cafeteria every day and playing music
and just rocking out.
Yeah, just sat down. Oh, piano. Yeah.
Well, so what do you guys think? Is the guitar becoming the saxophone? Do you still get girls when you play guitar? I mean, what's the
Was the saxophone? Did saxophone players ever get the girls?
I don't know, but somewhere I read, I think it might have been Joel Danzig talking about how saxophone players are, I can't remember who it was, but anyway. Speaking of Joel Danzig, Joy asked me the other day, she's like, talking about Joel Danzig, and I said it would be odd to see Joel Danzig at the NAMM show. I'd imagine he goes, but like, can he just like walk around and not get mobbed?
I wouldn't know who he is.
See, yeah, Rick Turner could walk around and not get mobbed. Everybody ought to be mobbing Rick Turner, but but if Joel Danzig went to the NAMM show, how many people would notice? Now, if Paul Reed Smith were just wandering around the NAMM show, people would be, on him like
probably
stink on a diaper. Yeah. So anyway, all right, let's see what everyone's what everyone's talking about.
So you're saying we should go to the NAMM show?
No, I'm saying that if we went to the NAMM show and Joel Danzig was there, I don't know what would happen.
We'd hang out with him.
Yeah. Amanda Coombs says that her 15-year-old daughter has a boyfriend who plays, and then says the only reason a guitar makes a guy attractive is the fact that he has a passion and skill and could play anything or be into any art. Now that's a terrific way of saying that girls still like guitar players. It's a classier way to say it than do chicks still dig guitar players. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sure they still do. I mean, I think there's a reason that a lot of frontmen have a guitar, even if they don't play it a lot. They have it.
Sean Joint says that he doesn't think bass players got any chicks.
Do they, Matt?
No, they did. Dan Andreas asks, which Z file do you recommend I buy? Well, Dan, that is a great question, though not in keeping with the spirit of the
Which Z file do chicks like most?
Which Z file do ladies like? All right, so Dan, I advise that you buy this little guy right here rather than the one with the handle, because I really like the maybe not. I advise that you get either. Well, okay, I advise that you get the 300 grit this or the 300 grit one with the handle, the original or the safety one, whichever one you want. If you're a little afraid that you might take too much off with the original one, then get the safety one. If you want to make your life faster and easier, get the original one. I'm not a mega huge fan of the centered one, which one of these is the centered. Full disclosure, StewMac sent me these. I did not buy them. They sent these to me gratis. I've used the centered ones off and on, but because they basically grind a V then into the fret slot. I like the offset Z file, so that would be more of a V file, not a Z file. I like the Z file because, especially the original one, because you get 4 facets on the frets rather than just 2.
Yeah.
So I would say get the original, and then I like these little ones here because, especially if you're doing something on like a guitar that has the neck is attached to the guitar, you can just kind of scooch this little rubber piece up to the side here, and it will prevent it from digging into your palm. So I like these, especially for like acoustics or set neck stuff. If you're doing guitars that all have the neck's removed, then go ahead and get the one with the handle on it. So I hope that helps. Let's see what else is happening here, Chris. Amanda says bass players catch my attention the most, to be honest. That's because we bring the thunder. I think it's the Ampeg is what mostly does it.
The movement of air.
The movement of air. That's right. Lefty O says Clarence Carter. He stroked it to the east and he stroked it to the west and stroked it to the one that he loved the best. He didn't put all that, but I know that song, so I filled it in for him. Dan says that he got a $25 coupon. He has to use it, so that's congratulations. I think that Stu Mac has a sale going on right now. Do they not, Mr. Guy with the Stu Mac t-shirt on?
I don't know. I just wore the t-shirt.
Well, if you do decide to buy anything from Stu Mac, please use the link in the description below, and Chris and I get like 6 or 8 cents for everything that you buy, and it makes it nice for us, and doesn't cost you any more or any less to use it. So yeah,
correct.
Specifically, it doesn't cost any more.
Help us help you.
Help us help you. Yeah. So if you have if you have a discounted deal and you use our code, doesn't cost you. Yeah, you still get the discount.
That's correct.
Yep.
And people at Stu Mac like us better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the Electric Sex Machine has chimed in and says, I hear the ladies really dig guys who play 3-neck guitars. Chris, why is that timely?
Because that guitar showed up yesterday.
That's right. It did.
It did, yes.
Now the accessory kit showed up on Monday.
Yeah, and so we thought, the guitar will probably show up on Tuesday because it was scheduled to be here on Tuesday, and it didn't show up. It was so busy, and Billy said, hey, that guitar didn't show up. We're like, oh yeah.
Well, or it was in a smaller box, and we're like, wow, that guitar is a lot smaller than I recall.
And then it showed up. So it showed up yesterday, and then I tried to track it, and it didn't even look like it had left Cincinnati. And then it showed up yesterday, and I was in painting, and I came out, and there it was.
And there it was,
all its glory.
Yeah. So it's been how many years since you've seen that? 3 years. When did we do that? 2020.
Yeah.
Middle of 2020.
Yeah, we did it in July and August, and then it was supposed to be the contest ended in. I think they finally did it at the beginning of 21. Remember? Because they kept putting it off. It was supposed to be done in September.
Okay.
They kept putting it off.
Do you guys remember that?
So yeah,
that's true. Yes.
I think that's true.
Because that was how I rediscovered you guys.
Okay.
And took the class in November of 21.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
So Doug Santaniello wanted that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what happened. I think he bid on it, and Scott outbid him, I think.
Mm-hmm. Scott outbid him.
But then Scott said, hey, I think I want to sell this. And Doug said, hey, I think I want to buy. I don't know. I didn't talk to either. Scott sent me an email, said he was going to sell it.
Yep.
Doug bought it, and I don't know how, but he figured it out, and they got it. And so now the guitar that honestly you and I thought we would never see ever again is back in the shop.
And it is. And it was cool. Because I came out and the case was open and it was sitting there, and I was like, oh yeah, it is as cool as it was then.
Yeah.
Because you get really close to that stuff as you're doing it, and it's cooler than I remembered.
Now it did have a broken string on the octave neck. Thanks a lot, DHL.
Yeah. I'm sure not the first time that string's broken.
No, I'm sure it's not.
Ken Tipton wants to see it again.
Ken, you will see it again. You probably will
we'll
not see it today, but you will see it again.
We will do something with it.
How is it going to work, Chris? Like the Electric Sex Machine says, like a bad penny. Oh, it's a good penny, sir. What are we supposed to do with this thing?
I don't know. So Doug, I think, will eventually come and get it when he comes out for another class and drives. But he wanted us to, show it off to people that come to classes.
Until then, I think it should live at the Upright Lounge, like you recommended.
So. Yeah, I think so. On the Boogie stand, we'll bungee it to the Boogie stand, and an amp will be ready at all times.
So I know for a fact that Jimmy wants to see it and wants to play it. So maybe we'll have a cavalcade of guitar playing stars come and try it out.
That's what I think we should do, is just some sort of live or even pre-recorded just thing with that
Okay.
guitar. So
Okay.
yeah, because Ike did a really good job of showing it off in that one video, but that was all the way at the end of that really long video.
I don't know if you remember, but Brett played it.
Brett played
at
it
Hawk
in
Attack practice.
uh-huh.
You know, Doc's going to be here end of
During
the
the
end or
prelude.
the beginning of next month,
Yeah.
and I'm sure he'll want to play it.
Yeah, so we'll definitely do some stuff with it, and we'll film it and show it off.
Doug says that he thinks I should trade him a Challenger Level 4 for the electric sex machine. Doug, you know what, Doug? Let's talk. We'll see. I don't know what on earth would I do with a 3-neck guitar. Yeah, but maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
Speaking of Challenger Level, this, that, and the others. Yesterday was the last opportunity that people had to buy this shirt and win a Challenger Level 1. Chris, if somebody says, you know what, I want I really want to have a Level 2, can I trade my Challenger Level 1 retail value towards a Challenger Level 2? Is that okay?
I would say yes.
I would say yes as well. So whoever wins, and don't ask me who won because I'm getting to that. But I think that would be okay too. If somebody says, you know, Level 1s are super cool, but I would really like to have a Level 2 or Level 3 or level something. Okay.
Yeah. I think my answer would be tough shit. This is the guitar you get.
What about I think you should be able to get a Level 2
gift horse.
If you want to pay to upgrade to the Level 2, you can.
I think that's
okay.
Yeah, that's totally legit.
All right. So I am actually going to announce the winner on Sunday's video.
Okay.
Because and I know I said I was going to do it today, and I'm a big fat liar. I get it. But we have a workshop going on all week, and the shop is full of people, and I just don't have a whole lot of time to make videos, right? You know, during the week. So I'm going to announce that's going to be Sunday's video is going to be who won the Challenger Level 1. So I hope that you guys all bought your shirts. Everyone who bought this shirt. You know, I'm sure there's probably people saying in the comments, I bought mine, or I bought 15 of them, or I bought whatever. So yeah, if you bought your shirt before yesterday, John and Matt said they bought theirs, at the last possible second. Did you see if we had any like big?
I haven't looked. I
big
forgot.
upticks in sales. Okay.
Do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to announce that. I think there's even going to be like a little wheel. I think Joyce figured out a way to have like an electronic wheel.
Okay.
Spin the wheel. I think don't quote me on that, but yeah.
Or you're just gonna go, yeah, Dave won it.
Sweet.
So
we know a bunch of Daves.
Yeah. So Dave, hey, congratulations, Dave. So anyway, but yeah, I think that someone's gonna get something nice. So and the Level 1 loaded package is popular too. What does the Level 1 loaded package consist of?
So the Level 1 loaded package is a Level 1 guitar with several upgrades. Grades. The most notable is Dylan Talks Tone P90s instead of the stock pickups.
Yep.
You also get a gift certificate from Flipside.
Yep.
That you can use online, gift code.
Or you can go into Flipside too.
Yeah, you can do that too, but if you don't live here, a certificate for a t-shirt.
And Joy is doing that, so you'll actually get the shirt.
Yeah, it's not Matt or Chris.
Yeah. And
more.
I think it comes with a set of Billy Gibbons strings.
Okay.
And 2024 cap snaffler. Snaffles caps off of cans, jars, and bottles, and it really, really works.
Okay.
That's not part of the deal, but yeah, that's not part of the deal. All right, let's take a super chat from Dylan, who says, I'm going to unbox a Level 1 Les Paul on our show tonight so people can see how much better a Level 1 Challenger is.
Level 1 Les Paul.
I don't know Gibson better not have a Level 1. Oh, do they have this Gibson?
Remember that Gibson light?
Modern
light. That's what it's called.
Okay, so Dylan has one. All right, cool. So I urge all you guys to go check out Dylan's channel right immediately after us. And check out, he's going to be unboxing one of the Gibson Les Paul Light
Modern Lights.
Studio Modern Light thing. Yeah. American Spirit lights.
I'll watch that later.
Miller lights.
I'll be mid taco when he gets to it.
I'm kind of intrigued to see what does this thing look like. You know,
I want to see it. Yeah, for like real. Well, as real as Dylan showing it off. I'll see one someday.
Dylan will give he'll be straight with you. Though.
Well, that's what I mean. Is it's not going to be an Anderton video or I've watched several videos of that guitar, but it was all guys selling them, not guys buying them. So what was I going to say?
I don't know.
Oh, we talked about going and seeing one of those. And I looked it up on Guitar Center. I'm only gonna spend so much time looking for that guitar. And they didn't have any at Guitar Center, so I said,
okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd kind of like to see one in real life. When's the NAMM show? January? Presumably, we could go and see it there.
Is it January or is it? We every week we talk about this, and every week I forget.
Yeah, somebody was like, "No, it isn't until April." I think it's January.
It's in April.
Yeah, I think so too.
You think? Are they back on the January schedule? It was in April or May this year.
Ken says it's in January. Brian says it's in January.
Well, then it's in January.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
good.
Okay.
Yeah, we could go for that.
You don't want to go?
I'd go for a day and a half.
Okay.
2
I mean,
days.
so even if we could go,
A week.
you would or would not go?
I would go. Yeah,
Okay.
I would go.
What do you think we should do? How should we? Okay, here's what I will not do. I will not buy a booth at the NAMM show.
Oh, it's way too late to do that anyway.
And
so.
No, it's
No?
not.
Oh.
No.
Yes, it is,
not.
Matt. It's way too late.
No, I get stuff from the NAMM show all the time that I could. Yeah, you can still buy it. You can still get it.
January.
What's that? It's January. So I will not buy a booth. Jamie Gale will not let me exhibit in his traveling thing,
Traveling circus
whatever that is. But what we could do is we could wander around and we could give away shirts.
We could. And anybody that comes up and says, "Hey, aren't you those two jerks from?
Aren't you those guys
YouTube
giving away
thing?"
shirts?" Yeah.
We'd say, "Yeah, that's us." Yeah, that would be fun. And
Now,
going and seeing stuff would be fun.
I said, "Joy, can we make shirts that say, 'Does this guitar make my dick look big?'" And she said, "Yes, we could make shirts that had that written on them. But are you sure that that's what you want?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what but I think she's talking me out of it." What say you?
Well, there was a time when that kind of irreverence was kind of our thing. But now that we've grown up, in the last,
you and I are
6 months.
Quite a bit more mature than, say, you and I
2 years ago,
2 years ago,
3 years ago,
even 2 weeks ago.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Let's take
we could get "You Ain't Shit" shirts.
You ain't shit. Doc says, "Cheers to all the guys in the class. Join the alumni group."
We were talking about the alumni group earlier, and that they're everybody that's on Facebook is going to send in a request.
It is important for you guys and everybody who's wondering about coming out and taking a workshop or okay, Brian, but this is going to mean I'm not drinking beer at talk. Oh, maybe I help. What it's going to mean is that wait, what the hell am I talking about? Okay, alumni group. The TTG alumni group is not run by us.
No.
Because you and I are not alumni.
Correct.
God bless you, Brian. Thank you for being a bad influence. You and James, sir. How does that work, Chris?
The alumni group is run by there's several administrators. I think JJJ is one. Joy, I think, is one. Doug
Cook, I think, is the originator.
Yeah, Doug Cook. Dave Chenzoff, I think, might have something to do with it. And they're the ones that sort of oversee it.
Does Devin Riddle do anything on that?
No.
Nah.
Besides, I mean, he participates.
He puts like dick and fart jokes up there.
I don't think he does. Any administrative type stuff.
Ken Tipton says you can write that in a control cavity. The DICK enlarger. Yeah. Okay.
Riddle's a moderator.
Is he?
Yeah, he is a mod. Okay, all right. Sly Pig joined the group today. Which one of you guys? Which one of you turds is Sly Pig? John. Okay, good. I like that guy. He's all right.
Oh, he had a shirt on that said that yesterday.
Is that a barbecue joint?
No, it's just a play on words. My name, Cunningham.
Really?
Sly Pig, Cunningham.
That's a. Is that an anagram?
Cunningham.
Oh.
Sly Pig.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like that isn't. I don't think you have all the right letters in it. Okay.
Trying to flip that around.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah. So everybody here who's like signed up for the workshop or everyone's coming in December, I urge you to join that group. It's growing all the time, and and
sometimes there's even good info there.
A lot of times there is.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, but you and I do not operate that or run that as completely separate. And
no, yeah, and I try and not be there. I mean, I'll see stuff, but
no.
but I'm not. I mean, I'm not lording over it. I'm not.
No,
you know.
If somebody asks you a specific question, then you'll answer them. But yeah, you're not.
Maybe
you're not there trying to run the show.
Correct. Yeah. When Devin is wrong, I'll say that's not right.
Which is every time. Yeah.
Devin and I are friends.
Old Devin's he's a good guy.
Yep. He can't drive a truck to save his life though.
Why not?
He sent me a picture of his he drives for like Frito-Lay or somebody like that.
And
his
that's
truck
right.
Was way off the road in the snow.
Oh.
And I was like, man, it must have taken some work to get it that far off the road.
But he's in Montana, so probably
Right,
not.
no,
It's probably
no, it was
real easy
crazy,
to do that.
Yeah, crazy slick one day. But anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You got to work really hard to be that bad of a driver.
So Brian Duncan who's right here, says more cool guitars this week coming for the in the reveal tomorrow. Driddle says he's going to reload the group with fart and Doc memes on the quick. I don't know what that means. Curtis Chavez says he just got here. Curtis, it's okay, man. You didn't miss a whole lot. We're just goofing around. We're just I think that's what that. Yeah, I think because he's auto corrected. Anyway, Chris, have we ever come to the consensus that women like guitar players still?
I'm going to say they do.
Okay.
Some women like guitar players. Some women don't care. Some women like guys in football pants.
Just walking around?
No. Yeah, guitar players in football pants.
Who does that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, so like, it's been 40 years since you and I have been on the cutting edge of what is new and cool and trend setting. So I mean, like, I don't know, like this like you just look at me and I'm like this gray-haired old fart, and but I don't have big hair. Like, remember like back in the 80s where everybody had to have big hair or like crazy I don't know, leather pants. I don't know what do girls go for when how do we know what girls like and look for in a guitar player, or do they go, no, I like guys who mumble rap, but Bill, what's a cool musical trend right now?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're 26. You're way too old. Yeah, you don't know.
I'm here. I listen to classic metal. I don't know.
All right. Yeah. Here's guys who play in classic metal kind of acts. Here's what they see at shows.
Yeah.
Everybody in the band that's going on after them waiting to get on. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that like and metal and that sort of thing, that's probably not something that like ladies just flock to. Joe, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that a thing? You get a lot of chicks at the metal shows? No. Okay. All right. I just don't think that like they go to like back when I was old enough to have any kind of a say of what goes on in popular music. Like if you were listening, here's how old I am. Like Hall & Oates was where like girls wanted to go. That's the shows they wanted to see. They didn't want to see Accept or Judas Priest. Or,
they'd go see Duran Duran. Yeah,
but I wouldn't do that. So yeah.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if you ask what girls want to see, they want to see that. You know what they want to see now? Country.
Ah, so maybe girls still do like guitar players because I believe that country music might be one of the last bastions of new guitar players
Mhm.
coming in.
I caught a little bit of the Country Music Awards. Mullets,
Okay.
mustaches,
Okay.
guitars.
Man, I could have a mullet. Like I could have like a super cool mullet right like today.
You could, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to grow anything.
You could have a mustache.
I'd have to
too.
cut it all. Yeah, I could have a mustache and a mullet. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I could have all three of those things with just
Uh-huh.
with just a trim.
Yeah, yeah. And apparently,
Cut all the hairs was not the same length.
Would you do so if you were going to do like a mullet? I'm not doing a mullet, but if I did, would you go with like all the way shaved head like Bill's, like so there's just like that tennis ball hair and then mullet, or what would you do?
no, it's almost like bowl cut with a mullet. was the one that I was seeing a lot of. Yeah, and
Dude, everybody had a mullet in the 80s, including me.
Yeah, yeah, and in today's country music world, you can be loaded up with tattoos,
Okay.
big as a house. Women still think you're hot.
That guy, the Jelly Roll guy.
Uh-huh.
I saw him. I guess he was like actually in jail for something, right? I think he's a
Yeah, I guess I don't know all that much about it.
an ex-con.
Okay,
I don't.
Looks like Post Malone.
A
Well,
little
he's
bit,
big and he has
but he's
lots of
bigger,
face
But he's got
tattoos,
lots of face tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he got himself straight in the joint,
good.
which good for him. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe he's the next Merle Haggard.
Yeah. Okay, so
Merle was in prison.
dude, if you were like country guys back in the day, the outlaw country guys, like they didn't just like sing about like red dirt country stuff, which I love that shit, but
Yeah,
like they were actually in jail, those guys. So some of them were.
some of them were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or at least singing about
Some of
being
them
in
were
jail.
in after they lived the outlaw thing a little too close to
Yeah.
because they didn't come up with the term.
Mhm.
Somebody else did. Yeah, and then they thought, oh well, we better be
So
outlaws.
how many years did you rock the mullet, Chris?
I had it most of the way through high school
Yeah.
into freshman year of college, probably.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of one. I never had like the full on, but I definitely had soccer hair, hockey hair.
What?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was. It just wasn't as long in the back.
In like, I think it was 84 or 85, I had a mohawk. And you'd be surprised how quickly a mohawk turns into a mullet.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I went to Catholic high school for 2 years,
Uh-huh.
and there was, your hair could only be so long over your
Yeah.
collar, and so it was hard to have much of a mullet. That's
Okay.
where the soccer hair came from.
Okay,
It
gotcha.
was super short on top and sides, and as long as they'd let you do it in the back.
so would you now in Texas, here was the popular thing. The guys would like shave parts of their head off the sides,
Uh-huh.
and there'd be like a little bit of stuff on top.
Mhm.
And then they would get the like a perm in the
Yeah,
mullet
that's
area.
like a
Was
poodle
that
mullet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
that's a
that
Canyon City thing. Yeah, yeah.
And then they'd get like the stripes in the side.
Oh
Would
yeah,
you
absolutely.
rock
All the
those?
kids,
Yeah.
all the kids in.
I never
Canyon
rocked the
City,
stripes on the
yeah.
side. Yeah.
You know what else you get in Canyon City? Crabs.
And let me tell you about the third time I got crabs in Kent. No.
I did not, because several other guys went back with them and came back with crabs. So when I went to Canyon City, I was prepared.
Okay, so on the country CMA awards, were they rocking the like the Billy Ray Cyrus or like with curly in the back?
It's more like early days of mullet. Yeah, it's more like, oh, I'm gonna cut this into a mullet.
Okay,
But it's definitely a mullet. I mean, it was the mustaches was the funny thing, 'cause
Nice.
the mullet thing's been there for a little while, but yeah, the mustaches were the funny thing because there was
well, like
there was
what
a
kind
long
of
time when there was no mustache.
No, you could have scruffy or beard or
just little
goatee.
mustaches. Yeah. 3-month-old mustaches.
But now guys are rocking the big Kurt Russells.
no,
What are they-
that's what they're rocking now is just little.
the
yeah.
junior high mustache.
No, it's more grown in than that. But,
Okay.
but it's not. Yeah, it's
Okay.
It's not. It's
With a
it's
mullet.
not Doc Holliday. It's not. It's with a
Like,
mullet. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Sweet.
It's the. I mean, oh man, it might be the Kid Rock influence. I don't know.
It may be.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
Fu Manchu, is that a hop? That's probably not a happening.
Probably
country
not.
thing.
I mean, so I watched a review of the show on like Good Morning America or the Today Show, So it was, a 2-minute blip of
Okay.
everything that
Oh,
happened.
I thought you watched the CMA awards.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No. Not that into it.
All right. Let's see. Oh crap! I'm trying to
Trying to touch screen.
I'm trying to
on
touch screen the thing
non-touch
here, and
screen.
I don't know how to. All right, so I'm missing out on a lot of the stuff you guys are saying. Writer for Cashbox coined the outlaw reference, says Daryl P. Ken Tipton says, I didn't have a mullet, but I had Matt hair since the first grade. I don't know what that means, but dude, you had a mullet. You totally. Blue says that he did that in Texas. I'm assuming it was the mullet.
Yeah.
With the curls. Lefty says no one wants Kansas City crabs. No, you probably don't.
Canyon City crabs? No, I don't think you want any.
No, he says
crabs.
Kansas City.
Oh no, these were Canyon City. There's a town here in Colorado called Canyon City, and it's mostly a prison town.
Yeah.
And there were two guys that were from there, and they would go back every once in a while, and they would usually take a buddy.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot. You got the comment section is like the road warrior here. Mike Jones says chicks dug guitar players. Dang, I grew up in the wrong era. I thought guitar was for guys who gave up on girls, like a monk dedicating himself to the monastery life of celibacy, misery, and metal. Man,
I think it depends on what you play.
John says rat tails. Did you ever rock a rat tail?
No, but I wanted one for
Okay.
a red hot minute.
Okay, dude.
in
Here's
junior high.
So here's what happened. If you had a mullet and you were about to have like skater hair, which was like shaved in the back, but like long bangs, you had that rat tail for at least a couple weeks just to because you had it. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was the last bastion of mulletitude.
Okay.
Rat tail was cool because if they had regulations, you could tuck it in your shirt.
Oh, sure. Right down the middle.
Yeah.
Would you braid it?
Put it on the fucking
You'd
side.
rock it on. Which side would you rock it on? Yeah.
Would you work?
Trevor says, when I worked at Guitar Center in 2000, we were allowed mohawks, but mullets were explicitly forbidden. So all right. So country guys and golfers are rocking mullets now.
Yeah.
I don't know how I know that golf.
So maybe what we can, if country guys playing guitar are doing well with the ladies and they have mullets, maybe we could figure maybe it's the mullet.
Now, at what point do
Maybe
the
guitar
ladies
players
switch
with
to like
mullets.
getting mullets? Because I remember in the 80s there were girls who had
Did that ever
mullets
go
too.
away?
I don't know. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. It
maybe
was like
not. I
that
don't
Till
know.
Tuesday chick with she had a rat tail and
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. Have a good time. I
Good
don't know.
Lord.
I don't know. We're off the rail. Are we
are.
even talking about guitars at this point?
I don't think so.
We're just talking about country western hairstyles
and mustaches.
And mustaches.
Yeah, mustache.
Hey, remember that time we shaved our beards into mustaches? I still
do.
think there's hair in the sink.
There
back
is.
there
It's
from-
disgusting. Yeah, I was thinking at the beginning of November, I was like, well, maybe we should participate in No Shave November.
I'm doing it, baby. Yeah.
I'm not.
I know. Well, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh no, probably not. So, because I said I've never grown a beard again,
Good for you.
but I may.
I want you to, if it gets cold on your face, then you grow one in, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know if we've come to any consensus on anything or not.
I don't think we have. Yeah.
but,
Yeah. I think if you're playing in a heavy metal band looking for a bunch of chicks, that you're probably not gonna work out for you. You may have to change your musical genre.
All right,
I
let's
don't know
talk
all
about
the genres that are going to get you some, but I think playing some music, some chicks, not some action, but it's the same thing.
So, yeah.
Whatever
you're into.
I just like to hang out with them and talk to them.
Sure.
Hold their hand.
Sure. Whatever. Go crazy.
I think if you play something that people can dance to,
I think that
that's
goes a
good first
long,
step.
long
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
And sometimes you have to use your skills in ways that you don't that aren't your first choice. Like maybe you just want to play metal.
Okay. Yeah.
But you can't get a lot of chicks playing metal.
There's not
So
a
you
lot of
join a wedding
girls who are
band.
into the music that I like.
Yeah, so you join a wedding
Talk
band,
radio. Yeah.
or you
Okay.
join a country band, or you join a dance band. Now,
Something
surf band's
something
the worst.
that's
There's
funky
nobody at those
and, yeah.
shows.
There's,
Dudes
I can tell
or-
you, there's
yes.
not a lot of ladies.
No,
At the,
that's pathetic.
Chris's sister and yeah.
Wives of other members, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. By the way, they're all going like this
They're
too.
all doing that too. Yeah, can we go?
Can we go
Yeah.
now?
But anyway.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like if you play something that you can dance to, that goes a long way. Even if they don't dance, it's fun to be around it, and it's fun, and you're not getting screamed at. And
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I like it. How many ladies do you think go to Hawk Attack shows?
Is there such a thing as a
Five.
negative
Joe
number?
says 5. Yeah. How many unaffiliated ladies go
on
to
their-
Hawk Attack shows?
Of
Zero.
of their own will.
Of their own free will. Yeah.
No, I think there's some.
Hawk Attack is for lovers.
It is. Yeah, every song is a love song.
Yeah, every
A
song.
lot
is
of
love
people
song.
don't realize that.
Mhm.
Are they there for Hot Attack or the other bands?
They could be there for the other bands, but
It
yeah.
could be there for the other bands. Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
I think you've hit on it quite a bit. If you play music that you don't necessarily listen to all the time, and you tailor that to be to the other 50% of the world besides dudes, then
angry boy metal,
not exactly
not going to work out for you.
Yeah.
If that's your goal. I know of guys, and they're like, yeah, I'm playing in a country band now. It's really fun. I don't even really like the music, but it's really fun to play. It's really fun to go out and play. And I've heard that story with other bands or other genres too. Maybe you join a polka band. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing? I'm sure it is. That like
Ask Jim.
during like September and
I think so in certain places, not necessarily here, but
Mhm.
yeah, there's people that want that stuff.
All right.
Every
So
September for Oktoberfest, which I don't understand.
I don't either. But the bottom line is, if you want to look attractive to ladies, you have to have a guitar. I think that's what we've come. I think
And a
that's the
mullet.
consensus
And a
that
mustache.
and a mullet. Yeah.
Maybe a mustache.
Yeah. And maybe if there's an accordion in the band, you're doing super. Yeah. So all right. So I think we can put this one to bed. Girls like guys with guitars and mullets, and they like to dance.
They like to dance.
That's what
actually, I don't think that's too far off.
That's what a couple of 50-something-year-old dudes are. We're letting you know.
Yeah. Write it down.
Write it down. Get it tattooed on
Hang
your
it
face.
on your fridge. Look at it every day.
I
Yep.
think we're losing everybody.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's like, I don't know. that
These guys
tacos
are a
worth
couple of
this.
dorks.
Yeah. Numbers are just plummeting. There's 95 people that are watching us right this second.
All right. Well, they're getting a good show.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Brian's here, or he's having fun. Okay. Daryl P says cabbage rolls and coffee. I don't know what that's all about. Driddle says polka. Okay, we've jumped the shark. Yes, sir, we have. Dan says that Hawk Attack rocked the St. Patty's Day. But
yeah, and there were
but no, that was like last month. It was Oktoberfest.
Yeah, that was.
It wasn't St.
Oktoberfest.
Patty's
Yeah.
Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
You played there St. Patty's Day too, didn't you? No, that was 2 weeks before.
we
That was
played at Odyssey
Yeah,
Beer Works,
Odyssey
the
Beer
great
Works
American
for-
Beer
for-
Works.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Gosh, I don't even know where we go from here.
I don't know either. We could just be done.
We truly have jumped the shark, but
We
why don't
have.
we say thank you to all of our sponsors? Why don't we say thank you to everyone who, if you click on the link below, you get we get a little kickback and maybe even get a discount. For example, if you go to Dylan Pickups right in the link below and order your set of pickups, let's say you already got a Challenger level something and you want to put a different pickups in it. Or you're not, you're unable. You love your Challenger level 1 loaded package so much you want to put Dylan pickups in all your other guitars. You can use the link below, and Dylan will send you out the pickups. We'll get a little taste of that. And what's the coolest part about that, Chris? Dylan himself winds all the pickups that you get.
He's the guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
he is the guy.
Yep.
Also want to thank Odyssey Beer Works, Chris and Dina from Odyssey Beer Works. I haven't been to Odyssey Beer Works in the last couple of weeks because you're not drinking. And last month I wasn't drinking, and Chris and Dina have been out of town. But you know what? Odyssey Beer Works, the Great American Beer Works. Gosh, we should have another Texas Toast beer with Odyssey Beer Works, don't you think?
I think we should have another, collaboration.
That was a fun
beer.
one. Did you guys get all your Odyssey Beer Works beer from, what was it, the Texas Toast Red?
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
It was fun.
Let's see. Also want to thank the guys at Flipside Music, the Great American Guitar Store. When you come to a workshop, Ike personally comes at least twice. Here's why he comes twice. He comes one day and finds out if anybody needs cases or strings or a new amp or something like that. And then he comes back the other day and he brings it to you. Now, he could do it the other way where he just brings a van full of cases and says, here's what I got. But you never know. I mean, you might want to buy like a new Boss DS1. I don't know what that. Yeah, do they still make that? I don't know. But you might want to buy what? Bill, you're like an effects guy. Rattle off some cuckoo pedal that you have. Just anyone. I don't care what it is.
Yeah, some new Earthquaker pedal.
Yeah, if you want to buy a new Earthquaker pedal, I'm sure they have it at Flipside Music, the Great American Guitar Store. And you go, oh, hey, man, I've been wanting to get one of these. Will you bring me one of those tomorrow? Ike will do that for you. So anyway.
And he has knobs and pots.
All right, you knobs. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you need any parts or supplies for your build while you're here, Ike will get you set up. I also want to thank Steve at Maximum Guitar Works. Steve provides most of the templates that we use for these workshops. If you come to the Fender workshop, he does all the necks and things like that. And if you're like say, for example, you come to the carve top workshop, Steve does the carve tops, and then you get to glue them down and make stuff. What do you think of the carve top workshops, Chris?
Those are good too.
At what point do you anticipate we'll be able to do the PRS carve top workshop?
Sometime next year, maybe second half of next year.
You think it'd be
Maybe.
second quarter or third
Yeah.
quarter?
We're talking quarters.
I don't know why I'm doing that. Yeah.
Third quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Summertime.
you know that Blue's going to want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who I know I'm forgetting a bunch of people. Of course,
Bitterroot.
I'm forgetting John and Cheryl at Bitterroot Guitars, though Chris is not, because he is completely sober as a joke.
I am all about Bitterroot guitars.
Hey man, we've used the Bitterroot truss rods for however many years now.
Yep.
Everybody adjusted their truss rod today.
Mm-hmm.
One, because they had to get the next level or they had to get the next flat for fret leveling, because you got to have the next be flat. And two, there are still some people who are like, I don't know if I'm feeling good about adjusting the truss rod. Well, if you come to one of these workshops, you're going to adjust the truss rod. You're just going to do it. And I think it's going to you're going to go, oh, well, this isn't so bad. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why did I fret that? So anyway, Stuart McDonald, of course, how many tools from Stu Mac did we use in this
Tons
today?
and tons and tons.
Yeah.
We have 6 toolboxes. Everybody used lots and lots of Stu Mac stuff.
So today,
Cutters and nippers and files and
that's right.
Screwdrivers and
In the last 2 days, we did frets, and we have the toolboxes are basically set up from. There's a lot of fret stuff happening there because there's all the fret files and the leveling and recrowning and the neck cradles, and you guys did nuts. You have the nut vise and everything. So yeah, we went whole hog, and Stu Mac helped us set up all these toolboxes for everybody when they come to the workshops, and it is a godsend to just have everybody have all the right tools.
Yep.
So
For sure.
okay.
Yep.
Who else am I forgetting? Chris? Can you think
Dan
of-
and Calvin at Tonewood Experts.
Oh my gosh, Dan and Calvin at Tonewood Experts. Of course, I don't know how I could forget that, because everyone's body. Doc actually asked what wood is everybody using in this workshop, and everybody was using swamp ash from Dan and Calvin at Tonewood Experts.
Yep.
We have like one more swamp ash body, because we're done with workshops for the next we're done with ash for the next couple 3 months.
Right.
So we need to reorder swamp ash.
Yep. We do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think there's 2 more in that box.
Did you know that I also used the hemispherical fret grinder, the automatic file from
Nigel
Forstner at Forstner Guitars in Queensland, Australia.
I heard you using it. I didn't see.
I think I showed John and I showed Chris how to use it, and because it's remarkable how you can probably get about 90% of the way there with that little tiny file from Stu Mac. You might could get all the way there, but I don't think you can get all the way there.
Yeah.
To really do a true hemispherical fret end, you got to do the fret ends before you attach them to the neck, to the fretboard. So, but yeah, I love that little tool, though I don't use it as often as I expected I might, mostly because people don't want to pay to have hemispherical fret ends, and it's a ton of work. We were doing some binding on Graham's guitar, and I was saying, everyone asks, well, why is the Les Paul Studio so much less than the Les Paul Standard? The only difference is binding. And Chris very eloquently and very succinctly said, let's just put it this way. You're not paying for the plastic binding. It's a ton of work, and hemispherical fret ends are the same way. It's just so much work. And if you can get 90% of the way there with a regular file, then it's a ton easier.
Yeah.
So anyway, and you guys are going to see everyone's guitar tomorrow at the reveal party. It's going to be a lot of laughs, and you're going to see some really, really excellent stuff. Here's a question for you, Chris. Did anybody, spoiler alert, did anybody do a natural finish in this workshop?
No.
No.
There are lots of colors.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple variations of blonde.
Okay.
And that is it.
Okay.
There's no traditional sunbursts or traditional all amber or traditional naturals.
Okay.
It's a color cornucopia. It almost looks like Easter in there.
It looks like Easter's.
Like Easter's. Do you not realize?
Do you not
How
realize
much Easter's it looks like in there?
All right, gang. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. It's just about time to wrap this one up. Chris, I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me tonight.
Well, I'd like to thank you for allowing me to hang out.
Okay.
Hang up
Good.
on me tonight.
Hang up.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody who's hanging out in the studio audience. We are going to get out of here and call it a night. But we will see you tomorrow for the reveal. And until next time, this is Matt at Texas Toast, reminding you that if you're so smart, start your own YouTube channel. That's what I did. Check out Dylan and his lovely wife, Leslie, at Dylan Talks Tone. They're going to be unboxing one of them Gibson thingies and telling you why it's not quite as good as a Texas Toast Level 1. And spoiler alert, it's not. And we will see you tomorrow for the reveal. Thanks for hanging out, guys. All right.
Cool.